Josh Sternberg, you are a reporter for Adweek, and today we're going to talk about the digital transformation of advertising. Before we can get to all the fancy forms of cookies and of programmatic ads, let's go back in time. Let's go back to the 1890s and newspapers, magazines, radio, television, and today. A lot of the metaphors that existed or that exist now existed 100 years ago. So tell me about print advertising and how we've kind of ported, used metaphors from older mediums and kind of ported them forward.
Yeah, so a lot of, first of all, thanks for having me on. A lot of that is the industry looking at what worked and saying, cool, we are looking at a magazine, we're looking at a newspaper, and we're seeing this static ad of this beautiful person doing this beautiful thing. And it's in between content, right? You read an article, you get an ad. You read an article, you get an ad. And it serves in a way as a standalone, but also as a disruptive force in your content flow. Moving over from print to radio, there was that similar idea where you've got a block of content followed by an ad. And then when TV hit the stage, well, same thing, right? You've got a block of content followed by ad. Now the ads are important financially for these media companies that are running these shows and running these newspapers and magazines, because that's what funds the content. So as audiences, we are either paying with our wallets through subscriptions or through our eyeballs with attention. Now that idea has been a thread through all of media with paying for attention. We use the term CPM, which is cost per 1,000 impressions. So for every 1,000 times a piece of content is served, the ads, right? Well, we use that same terminology from print to TV to now digital. In digital, the ads are also similar in that they can be disruptive. You get the interstitials when you go in between content. You get pop-ups, you get banners and display ads. But it's all that same philosophy of a media company needs to be able to make money to create the content that you're seeing. And they're either going to charge you through your wallet by paying a subscription, or they're going to charge you through your attention, your eyeballs, which they then can go to an advertiser. So new medium, same model.
So as advertisers are undergoing digital transformation, just like media companies are, tell me a little bit about how the relationship has changed. We've gone from advertisers literally having a relationship with sales forces, sales teams, to programmatic buying. How has that changed in the last 10 years?
Significantly. I'm sure you've watched Mad Men, right? The characters in Mad Men are going out with their clients and going out with their media partners during the day, having their 3, 5, 10 martini lunch. They're building up that relationship so that way when the brand or the advertiser or the agency on behalf of the advertiser wants to run their message, their ad, their content in a media publication, there's a one-to-one relationship. They know who they're dealing with so that they can hand their money over to the media partner and they know that their message is going to be in a safe environment. Today's a little bit more tricky. Algorithms and AI and automated auction platforms like exchanges allow agencies and advertisers to get placement on websites for fractions of the cost of what it would be through a direct sale through that one-to-one relationship. Now there are still sales teams that are pushing their direct relationships, but what we're starting to see is that media companies are now using their sales forces for premium buys. So it could be something on the homepage of the New York Times, or it could be a specific section of the Washington Post that gets a lot of traffic. Or it could be more on the high touch things like events and sponsored content.